nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one, zero. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just checking to see whether the first thing I do in the new year is mute myself. Yes, as you probably know, that's the thing on the stream. I end up accidentally muting myself. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys have kicked off the year 2025 in the right fashion. I hope. Okay, guys, please, we don't want to go any more than that. My thoughts and prayers go out to anybody out there who's having a really hard time. There's plenty of bad weather in Malaysia. There's lots of flooding going on, and it's that time of the year where we have to think about the next person. Yeah, I know it's just start of the year. We're gonna have. Hopefully this year is better than the last year for everybody, and for those who had a fantastic year ahead, I hope it keeps rocking for you, man. I really do. I really hope it keeps on rocking all the way. And Alex, thanks, man. Happy New Year to you too, guys. What a show we're going to be doing today is diagnosis, right? And essentially it's a show where I look into your saves or I look into your tactics. I haven't received a save from anybody since the last one that we got, so if anybody on Discord still wants to pop in the save, the link is in the channel, the Discord channel. All you gotta do is pop in and get the link. Yes, of course, we are gonna be, these are streamed, right? YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Who knows, we could end up on TikTok too. I don't know, man. I'm not a TikTok person. Neil Bathgate, Happy New Year, sir. Welcome back to the stream. Been a long time since I've seen you around. Hey, hope you're well, man. I really hope you're doing well. And Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year. Yeah, sometimes I wonder why my chatbot sometimes, sometimes these chatbots, they can be funky. They don't always behave themselves, but wanted to pop that into the stream, your message, but somehow or another it just won't do it now, which makes me annoyed, because that means I need to go out of the screen, pop this out, and do it all over again. Yes. Hey guys, if you are a Man City fan, I think things are gonna get better for you. If you're a Manchester United fan, oh man, you guys are I don't know what to say, man. You guys seem to be flirting with relegation now. I mean, but it seems like you guys, things need to happen, right, at United, before we can see things change for the better. And I hope they do, because a good United, right, that is challenging for honors and doing the deed. Well, we all need a good United. We all do. Yeah. Just hang on a bit. Oh, no wonder. I'm using the wrong thinking that my hand is on the, what's wrong with me? My left hand is working on a different keyboard from my right hand. So it's like two hands on different keyboards at the moment. So I was like wondering, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah. Yep. Happy New Year, Rocky. How are you playing Kuching City safe, guys? Get into the Champions League. Kuching City. That'll be a challenge. Maybe. Who knows? And of course, yes, we have a Selangor FC save going on. Yeah. Which is basically like rebuilding Selangor, right? And I mean, one would think that a club that has won so many titles in Malaysia doesn't need any help. But yes, guess what? I decided to pop it because, we don't want JDT winning everything all the time. Kuching City would be interesting. There was one Kuching club that got went extinct, right? Quite sad. Quite sad. So, Chico, Happy New Year, sir. Welcome to the stream. Guys, I'm so happy that all of you are in here, man. I hope you guys, I miss all of you. I wanted to stream yesterday, but it was New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve. So, today is not exact. Today there's a bit of tinge of sadness for me on January the 1st. January the 1st is, as some of you probably know, is my late mom's birthday. Yeah. So, for once, I didn't have anyone to call. Yeah, normally I call her. And this year, I just didn't get a chance to give her a call. Yeah. And I'm hoping that wherever she is out there, she's having the time of her life, man. She's enjoying herself. She's with my late dad as well. So the two of them could be rocking up, playing music together. That's what they used to do, though. My mom and dad will always play music together. Because my dad is a musician in the family, right? So my mom used to get very annoyed because everybody else would be singing with my dad. So one thing about my mom, she's tone deaf. So whenever she used to sing, we as kids used to tell her, please don't, please don't, please don't. And it was like quite tough because all of us are musically inclined, except for her. And she really worked hard until she did improve with the help of my dad. She became much better. And then in the end, they started singing together, which was quite sweet. Yeah, so I hope they're up somewhere there, they're having the time of their life singing songs. That's the best I can hope for. And hopefully for the rest of you, you have a memorable year ahead. I can only wish the best for everyone out there. Yeah. It's tough times for some of you, I know. Some of you are not going through easy times and going through really, really hard times. And so when somebody tells you that, I hope things get better, you go like, yeah, right. I know. But I think at the end of the day, we have to take it a step at a time. Yeah, a step at a time. Look for just that one sliver of joy in your life, okay? And just hang on to that one sliver of joy first. And then you build on that. You slowly build on that. Hey, Neil, this is your mom's birthday. I'm going to give... Yeah. Go give her a big hug, man, Neil. Go give her a big hug. Because... Man, I used to do that. My mom hates... One thing about my mom, right? You think that your mother will want to hug everyone, right? They always hug children and grandchildren, right? But once they get older, they get a bit about hugging, right? So when I was young, my mom used to hug me a lot. And I used to get very creepy, Why is my mom hugging me so tight? Get away from me. Then as I got older, I realized now I'm hugging my mom. My mom starts to start to squirm. So I used to enjoy it a lot. So yeah, go out there, man. I'm sure they're going to love it. Yeah, whether they squirm or not is irrelevant, right? Right. It's not important. Just go there, have fun with your loved ones. That's the best you can do. Hey, Bagaskara, how are you, man? Happy New Year. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for popping in the stream, man. And all the guys here on Twitch and YouTube, thank you all for joining me today. Today, of course, is Diagnosis. And without further ado, we better get started with the show. Yeah, we got a few tactics to look at, man, including Kimpik Moni's wonderful tactical systems. No, Kimpik Moni will come up with some interesting tactical systems, and we need to, have a look at them. So this time we're starting with a new club. We're starting with Atletico Madrid. When will the stream end? I'm still outside and I want to send my tactics. Well, the stream will end when I stop getting tactics. Hopefully you get home soon. But we'll try and hang around long enough for you to bring in your tactics, sir. Yes. Here we go. With the Charlie Project channel. Thanks, man. Happy New Year to you too. Welcome to the streams. Welcome to the stream. Okay, guys. So what is the goal and objective of this show? I just do a deep dive into a save or a tactic, right? I do not give you a rating of 1 to 10 because, that's mean. Okay, I don't want to do that because then it's not... more like suggestions on how I would play the tactical system based on the players that I have. Naturally, I have to take a different team all the time. So sometimes we play with random teams, we play with random saves. The saves might come from you and we'll try that out. Other times I just pick a club. And we've busted a lot of myths along the way. One of the big myths... Myths. This is one of the reasons why I never became a broadcaster. Okay, so I went for this audio test right once, and then what was that, myths. You know, you gotta pronounce it and enunciate everything clearly. I don't know, I'm like a wing it kind of guy. So no, the V's and the W's. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to this. So the tactics that come in, so we don't rate them. I just go into them and I suggest changes that can be made based on the players that I have at that moment, because it's going to be a random team, right? So the idea here is to look at a tactical system and maybe give it a slight tweak. Now, for what I love about the show is that I've gotten fantastic feedback from all of you. Most of you have gone on to make some changes and have had some good success. So keep those stories rolling in. They might be on Discord, might even be on the stream. Sup, Atomic Surfer, how are you, man? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Hey, hope there were a lot of fireworks and everyone was safe, huh? Hope everyone was safe. That's all I can ask for. Man, speaking of which, just very quick update. Very quick update. My friend who has a crocodile in his garage, he still has a crocodile in his garage. The flood came, the crocodile went to his garage. It is still there. Okay, it is still there. So far, his first day of New Year's Day has been in his house, and he's called for the fire, police, and everyone to come and help him get the crocodile out of his garage. I love this country, man. It's got phenomenal things happening all the time. Okay, here we go, man. Here we go. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the first tactic. Okay, we're gonna go in. I already loaded up the tactics. Tactic, where are you? Okay. Hey, Intanin, how are you? Happy New Year. Welcome to the stream, brother. Okay. Now, in case, before anyone goes out there and asks how old I am, okay, I am old enough to be your father, your friend, your coach, your drinking buddy, your life, your partner. Okay, here we go. That was odd. That came from nowhere, man. It's the new year. I sent in my Dundee United save. We are fifth. We had a rough round, but matchup. Okay, cool. We've got a save to look at. Yay. Dundee United. So if we look at the tactics and we look at your save, I'm so excited to look at Dundee United, man. All right, quick pick. So we got the first tactic in is a 3-4-2-1. I'm just going to quick pick. But let's look at the roles and duties first. Inside forward, tackle harder. This is a 3-4-2-1. 3-4-2-1s can be a lot of fun, okay? DM support, take more risk, hold position, tackle harder. Both of them. Normally, I like one to be take fewer risks, but both can work if you have a solid pairing. Wing backs here. Now, take more risk. Okay, you're pushing them high up the pitch, which I can understand because back five needs the wing backs to be so far forward sometimes to press the opposition fullbacks. The crocodile visits him every year at this point. Might think he's a... Yeah, I think so too, man. I think they should take a family portrait together. Him, the crocodile, and the whole family sitting down there. I probably go to the house, take a picture of the crocodile, then go to Photoshop, put it together. I'm going, good idea, no, Kimpy. I'm going to mention it to him. Then I ask him whether I can use it on the stream. I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. I can't wait. I'm going to pop this to him. Dude, this is for social media. I need more clicks and views. And I think your crop can get me those clicks and views. Yeah, man, it's such a cool thing, right? Imagine that. No, you be an internet sensation. The crocodile will have a nickname after this. Okay, so your team is like, okay, how do you know about tactics, right? What can you see from a tactic? Always start with out of possession. It tells you how defensive or offensive a tactic is going to be, not your mentality. Your mentality is only risk. No? Okay, how offensive or how attacking your tactic is lies in your out of possession instructions. This is what will define the way you play. Are you defensive? Are you attacking? How high up the pitch are you playing? This is it. So looking at this is a very high defensive line. And I can understand it with back five systems. We tend to do this a lot. However, I'm a bit concerned with this because you got your DMs holding position just in front of the central defender. So the one thing you do when you play something like this, which is a much higher defensive line with this trigger press, which basically just tells all your players, hey, you know what? If somebody makes a mistake with the ball, I want you to jump. Now, what if there's one player here who's equally far from all three of them? All three might jump on the same player, opening up space in behind them. So this is something you definitely want to watch out for, especially if you're using step up more, which is something I don't recommend with back three systems because this is basically just telling them, hey, play the offside trap. So something we want to watch out for, but it can work. It can. So you want to look at your backline 15. This is the position where we put the best central defender, the one with brains. Okay, to know when he's not supposed to step up. So you want somebody with anticipation, concentration, positioning, right? So anticipation, positioning. His concentration is 14. Seems good. And there's a lot of dogs barking around the neighborhood. I hope you guys don't hear this. Yeah, I think I have a neighbor who must be breeding dogs at home. Or the dogs have got puppies, and no one has come in to say, hey, you know what, I want a puppy. Raquel, I love this. No, Rodrigo Riquelme. Okay, Aspilicueta is here. Okay, so we got quite a number of players. Okay, let's go. Let's have a look at this tactic. Let's play it out. The link is oh yeah, I'll pop in a link right now onto the stream for everyone who wants to pop in their tactics. It should be going up to YouTube and to Twitch. Okay, so here we go. So first things first. So this team, this just started. I haven't even had a look at this team. I just holiday moded them with one of my other tactics and just got in straight away. All right, so let's set up the angles, or the angles already set up. So we go to comprehensive highlights first, or rather extended. Comprehensive is a bit too long. Go to 2D classic first with your tactics. So, okay. All right, transition, right? 3 phases you look at. When you have the ball with your goalkeeper, when the ball is in mid, defense moves the ball to midfield, and when your midfield switches, like they consolidate, and then after that they attack, right? So you want to see the midfield phase as well. But this is a good chance for us to see what we look like when we don't have the ball. Here we want to look at these two, right? So remember what I said about the DM stepping out? So ball goes up. This is nice. This is because you have a defensive line and step up more. Samuel Lino. Okay, does he have support? Yeah, he has got one player in support, and we can't really expect him to push up too high. If you want that to happen, then you have to play him as a wide center back on support. So he'll just come up to this position, and then we got a DM holding the position. Nice. Molina out. This is not a bad tactic. Although I have to admit, there's a lot of I can't make changes to the tactic right until halftime. So let's not make any changes. Set pieces are just I just popped in one group of set pieces. I didn't even set up the priority system. Speaking of which, let's look at the priority system. I always tell everybody when they create tactics like this, okay, you've got trackers. Trackers don't need to have don't need to be your top players. I mean, like, these are the players that they need good mentals. So these are like can be a short player, but generally what they do is they try and make it harder for them to score goals. So this order is fine. Okay, aerial, trackers, and counter attackers, right? I normally don't change this. But here, this is where you might want to start thinking about changing things. Now here, you go into this. Now you notice one thing. If you're playing a short corner routine, their lowest priority are your creators. So they look at aerial, corner taker, aerial tries, and recovery defenders. Now recovery defenders, honestly, shouldn't be third. They should be last. They always should be last, right? So you make them last, and it's a bit of a pain to do this. Okay, so I like to put creators as the third priority, because here, this is an important group of players, because these are your players that are in these two positions, right? Because you want these two guys to be able to deliver the ball to the far post. So the second most important person, right? If you think about it, the most important person is your corner taker, right? Okay, which is locked. You can't do anything about this. You can by choosing maybe a really poor person to play the initial pass out. But don't forget, sometimes he takes a pass and he comes in here to drop the cross. So short corner routines, you're always attacking the far post. So your third priority has to be high. He's got to be the creators. Not here, the recovery defenders, honestly, they just... The guy who's staying back. Okay, all he needs is space. So what I do is this then. I made the recovery defenders last on the priority because the box threats are long shot specialists. So if you come to the box threats, you look at this, right? They're going to be anticipation, finishing off the ball. Your creators are going to have long shots, technique, and crossing. Your recovery defenders have pace and marking. So the game will adjust it in terms of priorities. Who are the ones who have got really good pace and marking and tackling, and choose accordingly. That's all. That's all you need to do. Okay, so we confirm the changes, leave it in. The biggest mistake people make with set pieces is that. That's all. Yeah. And near post, I know near post routines score a lot of goals, but yeah, only when you are gaming for it, you know. That's why I can understand why sometimes when you go into some network games, they might want to remove it. So far, I don't see anything off about this tactic. Maybe I might lower the tempo slightly. Okay. Build the play out a bit more. That could be one, because if you look at the highlights, we get into the area and all we do is, you know, try and score lots of goals. It's understandable because the weakness of this tactic is actually down the flanks. But they've got three. This is one of the reasons why I don't play with back threes, because the three are always staying back. Yeah, if you know me by now, you know I play with you know I play with what is it I play with? I play with a one defender 99.99% of the time. Link doesn't seem to let me upload my tactic. It should be there, but the link does work. All you gotta do is just click on the thing and it goes up. Rabies everywhere, yeah, I know. Uh-oh. Did I share the wrong folder? Hold on, let me check. Hey, whoa. That link is a bit odd. I have to do it from another window. Hold on. Because normally people have been using that link quite well. Oh man, I'll be right back, guys. Why is that? Now, why could there be something wrong with that link? Just give me a sec. Yeah, it's taking you guys into the there's no link. All right. It's taking you directly into the folder. Okay. But people are using the link to upload the saves. I mean, upload the stuff. Yeah. So it should be working. Yeah, definitely the file requests are working because I can see two of you have already uploaded your tactics into the folder. So the link is working. Yeah. You just have to upload there's an upload button there. It says upload or drop. Yeah. So just use this button because there is a up here. If you look at the uploads here, up here there's an upload or drop button. So all you have to do is upload your tactic, and some people have already uploaded their tactics in here. If I'm looking at the date, there we go. We've got a few tactics already coming in. Yeah? So there's nothing wrong with the link. I had to go and check the link to see whether there was anything wrong with the link, but there's nothing wrong with the link. Yeah. So it's something that you're doing on the end. So I would suggest that I don't know how to fix something that is yeah, it's working. Okay, so back to the show. Slight delay there while I went to check the links. Yeah. Thoughts on Trent? I think he should, do what he feels like doing. Yeah. He just had to upload a tactic. Yeah. Okay. And it's easy that way. Okay, so all the links are here. So let's get back to the tactic. I think Trent is going to leave, Ian Roy. There's very little we can do or say to prevent him from leaving. But I think it's his choice. Happy New Year, Herf. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Look, looking at the tactic, right? I don't need to make too many changes to it. The only thing that you have to be concerned about is whether you have the right kind of players for this kind of tactical system. So once again, the best tactic I see, which requires the least number of changes, I'm going to just go in there and go, hey, you know what? That's it. Tactic of the week. Lens Keynes fan, you still struggle a lot with tactics, man. All you got to do is keep making them. Yeah. And if you still struggle, bring those tactics onto the show. And the general thing about tactics, don't overcomplicate too many things. Don't put in too many PIs. Otherwise, you won't know what's making the difference to your system. Okay, so here we go. What can we do? Okay, this low cross, I'm going to remove it. It might be a bit risky. Tempo is quite high, so that's what I thought. So we're going to drop the tempo to and go play mixed passing. Okay, and run the defense is fine. Roll it out, counter press. I'm going to change this role to a pressing forward so that we don't have too many, initial attacks. Like sometimes when you see an advanced forward, you just go, okay, you know what? Let's lob the ball to him straight away. We have a really attacking flank here, so there's no. Yeah, I'm going to leave it as well. Now, normally, if I want players to be more involved, right? What I would do is I'll add the underlap and the underlap. So that these players come up, these guys might check in. Okay, so yeah, you have to join the folder, then the upload option is there. Because there used to be a link last time, right? So now I've decided, okay, you know what? Why don't you just join the folder? It makes it easier for you the next time you come onto the show. You don't have to look for the link again. You're already part of the folder. So when I pop in the link, you just, it takes you straight to the folder. Yeah, second goal. Well, after we made our tactical changes, we've gone and scored. But remember what I did earlier? Well, what I did earlier, I put creative players here. Look, it's Griezmann now. So we've got all the creative fellas in and around. But if they get the ball, they can also run into the box. One of my best one of the best ways I found to score goals in Football Manager is the short corner routine, and it's it's just as deadly as the near post routine. It's okay. You'll quickly become very good at tactics. Now you see what's happened here with the underlap, right? Okay, I want you to pay a lot of attention to this goal here, because we are now using the underlap. Now the underlap has this fantastic it triggers a fantastic set of movements. Okay, first up, he's going to get the ball. The widest player is always going to check his run, hold on to the ball, and look for someone making the inside run. Remember what I said about the inside forwards and the wing backs? Right, now look at where this guy is. He's a wing back. Look at the inside forward. He's already here. So when he plays the ball, okay, he's checked. Now he is going to check his run. Because remember, if you don't put the underlap, he won't check his run. He's going to keep going, right? So now he checks his run. And then he finds this guy inside to play the pass to. So The underlap instruction is always the widest player who receives the ball looking for inside run. Boom. We got another goal. So we've gone on and added 2 more to the tally. So there's something I would personally do, if I wanted to get more half space action. So what we can do now is we've done the goal scoring and we moved we changed this. The reason why I changed the tempo to slow down the game was because I noticed in the first half that the attacks were too fast, and it's like, it goes to the striker straight away, which is the reason why I changed the role straight away to a pressing forward. Because in my honest opinion, if you don't want to create rushed attacking patterns, right, the best roles are actually the poacher and the pressing forward. And these are the two. Because sometimes when you're playing with an advanced forward, it's great, yeah, but it's like hyper attack mode is set up for attack. If it's like, to me, that's my impression, Okay, so at this point in time, with this kind of a system, you're going to make changes, right? So the changes you make are actually here in midfield. In this tactic, right, you want 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of them to have high aggression. If you get them with high aggression, then what you will have is players that can do the job of, making sure that they don't give up on the ball. Here, this guy doesn't have high aggression, so he's going to be more... So whenever you have a player there who doesn't have high aggression, he's more likely to he's not gonna make up for his mistakes, so to speak. He loses the ball, he's not gonna fight to get it back. So far so good. Okay, so I'm actually quite happy. Yeah. So we have 2 corner routines, right? We got the near and the short corner routine. We scored a goal with the short corner routine. And again, yeah, these back 5 systems, they can be solid defensively as well. If I were to play this and I wanted to go into a huddle, like I score my goals, I don't need to do any more work. What do? I drop this down to cautious. What this does is my defensive line and my line of engagement drop, right? Okay. Then I remove the step up more. I do this. I drop this all the way. I remove prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. I still keep it on get stuck in, but I will come in here and remove run and go dribble less. This way, and then counter. We might not counter press to win the ball if we lose the ball, but now the tactic has become quite different, right? It's not more like I'm gonna hold my position and you try and beat me if you can. If you can, then we can even drop it to standard. Yeah, but I'll just leave it here, and then I'll see out the game. Back 5 systems are capable of doing that. So we dropped our defensive line slightly, so the players are going to be slightly deeper. And instead of dribbling with the ball now, I tell them to dribble less. So there'll be more passes to players. And I'll just take fewer risks with the ball. And the reason why I remove counter press is, hey, I lost the ball. No need to rush and try and win the ball back. But if I do get a chance to do a counter, there will be that counter on because we've gone for the team instruction counter, right? Yeah. So now we see out the rest of the game. Not a bad tactic. I like back 3 systems. Back 3 systems are good. Yeah, corner tactics, if you leave it to the AI, then chances are you're not going to have a really good set. Yeah. Normally what I do is aerial defenders, I player mark. Why player mark when I defend? Because the AI doesn't always send its tallest player to the near post. Yeah, sometimes the tallest player who's attacking the goals is not going to be the guy who's coming in at this attacking the near post, because he's got AI uses a lot of mixed routines. Okay, all right, so we won the first game. Now let's see what we have. We got another tactic coming in. We're going to look at all the Discord tactics first. Then of course, got to look at some of your tactics that have come in on the stream. Kimpy, your tactic. Okay. Okay, Kimpy has come out with, another one, a 3-4-2-1. The holiday to the next day. FYI, I'm not done training. I left it alone. Is this your tactic, Kimpy? What? No. It's in the folder, man, Kimpy. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, it's there. You did. Let me go. File request. Discord. There we go. Spellbinding versus Broken Shell. Oh, this doesn't count, is it? New Year's Eve, Christmas Day. This is all. Okay, so we don't look at this tactic. Done. Says me. We don't have to do this. Okay. Next tactic. What have we got? We've got Matty with Flume 2. 4231, Regista, DM, Trequartista. You know how I feel about Trequartista. Roam, proceed narrow. Okay, interesting. Complete wingback was also roaming. This guy is going to be in this pocket here, or he can go this way and this way. DM, I assume, is holding position. Regista, fullback on support. Okay, there's a bit of a creative influence over here with the Regista, inverted winger, Trequartista. So there's going to be a lot of ganging up over here while a complete forward drops. I don't really like this. Yeah, I don't like it when I play a track who might drop and go forward with another role that might drop and go forward. Yeah. That's the only thing. I rather have somebody sitting on the defenders here. But what you've done here is you try to create a bit of a space on for this guy to come in and score goals. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's see how this tactic does. Yeah, we'll be getting to all the tactics sooner or later. Yeah, the ones you guys have sent in, I haven't roped them. I haven't pulled them in yet, but I will now. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll talk about these tactics. Download. So these are all from you guys. And then file save. We got Neil's save from Dundee United. Okay. Okay, let's see how this tactic plays out. Once again, we want to look at the patterns of play first. This is a deceptively dangerous formation. Deceptive on this formation because he can sit back and just have two strikers. So the more attacking you get, the more dangerous that tactic becomes. So you want to be quite wary of playing that formation and not take it to mean that they are going to be sitting back all the time. So we haven't set any OIs up. I would generally try and keep those wing backs out on the flanks. So show them to the right. Show them to the right foot if they're playing on the right flank. Make it harder for them to play the pass inside. Because what you try to do is you isolate these two wing backs so that they cannot link up play with these two. Because they've got a diamond here and they've got a diamond here. So what you want to do is, let's do it now. Opposition instructions. You come in here and this guy, you show him to the right foot. You show this guy to the left foot. And then what you can do here is a hard tackle these two guys when they get the ball. So you make it really hard for them to play the pass to those players. Otherwise, they can get the ball up the pitch quite easily. So we have not made any tactical changes to the system. Once again, the thing about the Trequartista is you cannot expect him to, you can't guarantee that he's always going to be defending. So what we tend to do is look for players with high aggression, work rate, and stamina, so that the attributes kick in for that player. So sometimes they do get close to the opposition team members, but I still think that it's interesting. I like maybe the tempo should be a bit lower for this tactic. It's more like a tiki-taka. Let's move around and try and score some goals. Here the inside forward should ideally be somebody who's tall, lanky, and great in the air, because you might get a lot of goals from the half, like these kind of balls, half space balls. A lot of these balls coming in from the zone, right? They drop one over to the far post. So if this player has got jumping reach, it'll be a goal scoring threat. So let's go to key highlights now. Again, you can see this, right? It goes here. There's a lot of build-out play. Looking for options. There we go. Another player that can drop in the ball. They look to the other side of the pitch. Because so this is the reason why we want aggression in midfield. A lot of aggression in midfield. We want those players to come and try and win the to try and win the ball back. You can look at the number of times there's been a cross from the left flank to the right flank. This tactic will do really well if your inside forward is fantastic in the air. What about playing it on a mid block? You could also play it on a mid block, right? So the Correa, that's our right inside forward, right? So he scored a goal. So you could also play this on a mid block. We'll try that in the second half. I'll try and play it on a mid block. Because Correa isn't exactly the tallest player on the pitch. So what I want to do is I want to get him to get into goal scoring positions by playing a mid block focus play on the left flank only. So we've already shut down the two wing backs because of the use of the opposition instructions. So their influence, because when they started the game, those wing backs were very influential. They were linking up play. So what we did was we used opposition instructions, and they've already made a change to one of their central midfielders. So this is what we will do, continue to do. This guy will keep him to the left, meaning you can only use your left foot. You can't come into your right foot. So it's a bit hard to actually to play inside. So this is one way of doing it. All right. Then we come in here. What was my plan? Mid block. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do a mid block now. We're gonna remove this. Step up more is still gonna be there. Shorter passing is now it's gonna be slightly shorter. I'm not gonna work ball into box anymore. We're gonna focus play on the left, and I'm gonna shoot my neighbor and his dogs. All right. So Correa is on the left. Lema is on the right. Well, they kept the. Okay, we got right footer here. Okay, so I don't know how Correa ended up on the right flank just now. Okay, Memphis Depay. Okay, I'm gonna have to play a left-footed player. He's got some pace. I think we can use him. Natural fitness not so good. Marco Polo. Yeah, there's no one else actually. Or maybe Griezmann. Griezmann, does he still have what it takes? Okay, yeah, left. Okay, put Lema in the middle then. No aggression. Memphis Depay, no aggression. Rodrigo De Paul, plenty of aggression. Okay, put him in the center as a trequartista. All right. So there's a slightly different. I put in slightly different instructions, right? So let's look at the extended highlights. All I want to see is whether there's a. What? You've got swaps in your tactic. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of swaps. I'm going to remove them. I hate swaps. Yeah, there's nothing in this game that's going to help you. Swaps is a bit too much, yeah. I don't like the swaps in this game are very unpredictable. And they depend on, they do it like clockwork. Like every 15 minutes we'll switch positions, that kind of thing. So I'm going to take it out, yeah. I used to like swaps, but that was way back in FM, I think 19, I think, or 20. Yeah. When the AI was quite bad at defending. Now the AI does reasonably much better with defenses, setting up a defense. So every time we swap, sometimes it affects the counter press. Okay, so ever since we went into mid block, our problem is we're defending. So I don't like that. Okay, the register has decided he can't play anymore. Okay. Hey, Matt. Hello, man. Happy New Year. So far, we've been defending all the way. That's down to the rule. Track. It's a track. No? And I'm going to go down to balanced. All I want to see is a deep diagonal. I got to change the role in front as well. I'm not going to have him roam. Gonna have him play as a pressing forward on attack. So we keep this, and I'm gonna change his role to yeah, you're not gonna do anything. I'll leave him as a trequartista. Yeah. You're currently batting teams off with a stick after. Yeah, that happened when you started with higher detail level and all the leagues added, right? It actually makes the save a lot more fun because you start getting a lot of transfer activity. A lot of teams want your players then. It's great, I know, but it makes the save challenging. That's what I mean. If you play with with more leagues and you have more detail level, your saves become a lot more realistic and you will enjoy the saves more because it's not so easy anymore. Playing any save with detail level, no detail levels sorted and very few playable leagues, I can't do that. I only do that for testing saves, testing tactics. Yeah, I can't play like that. I've recently got into doing the Rubik's Cube. It's fun going through my flow to put the pieces in order. It's like how I want to play. Get my pieces in order and solve the puzzles that pop up. Yeah, exactly. If you're into like a challenging save, this will be it. Okay, we added a second. I mean, now we're just building out play from the left, right? Maybe this is a bit fortunate, but we definitely lowered the tempo. We're not committing too many players. And we're doing this. The thing about this focus play to the left, you always create space somewhere else on the pitch for your players. So a lot now the attacks are coming down our left channel, right? So you see the space has opened up over here. So I would think that, yeah, you can play with a track, but I would probably change the role up top from a complete forward. Change his role from a complete forward to maybe a pressing forward on attack. So you hold them back as he comes deep, right? So you kind of like put pressure on them as well. Pressing forward is going to keep those two defenders honest, but in doing so, he's going to attract their attention, right? The inside forward will have more space. And then you do a focus play just on the left side and you remove the work ball into box and you could have a different tactical setup. But it could be fun. It could be fun. I'm not saying change it, but it could be fun. Okay. All right, next tactic. That's how I play it. Next tactic we have. Well, not bad start to the league, man, guys. 2 wins on the trot. Okay, Rondo. This is a tactic from his save. His mind save, definitely. If you guys remember last week, we did a diagnosis of a save, right? And then we had this save coming from someone. And looked at it and the detail level was not set. The leagues, a lot of them were view only. So I suggested go out there and make a change. And he's done that. Now he's come up with a tactic for his team, which is interesting. A 4-4-1-1. I love this. Oh, this is interesting. This is nice. Winger attacking fullback. What is the fullback doing? Cutting inside with the ball, so he's going to come in here. The winger is going to give you width. He's going to stay wide. Okay, cool. CM and support, nothing else. Libero comes up. Fullback comes out. They're going to work together. DLP is holding his position. CM is just going to keep this position honest. And then this guy is going to come through the middle while he's attacking this way. AM and support is roaming, moving to chance like Mark Tighter. You could also play an AP in this position. Winger on support, fullback on support. Very, very interesting formation. It doesn't seem very attacking, but it's going to do well in keeping the ball. Question is, does he have enough in attack to score goals? Okay, so what I'm going to do is the guy up here definitely needs to be aggressive. These two are aggressive enough. We got Lema on the flanks as a winger. We got Saul. Okay, he can play there. He's not aggressive, so we're going to change him to someone else. We don't have anyone else. Rodrigo de Paul. Okay, we're going to put Rodrigo de Paul here. He will form a partnership with Lorente. Correra is going to play as a winger down the right. We got Molina, Witzel. Okay, all right, sorry. Savage, no, too short. Paulista. Paulista is a defender. Okay, let's go. Back three, 2 wide centre back or 2 libero defend better? Actually, both can defend quite well, but I mean, liberos give you a bit more of an attacking bent. If you have got liberos who are very fast, good anticipation concentration, you can get away with it, and it'll be actually more attacking and definitely more interesting because you'll have a mobile diamond in the center. And with your build-out play, you're gonna have this diamond that goes up the pitch because of the two liberos. Whereas if you play wide center backs, your build-out play will depend on the wide center backs moving up the pitch, right? From the side, so you're gonna have more build-out patterns from the right side and the left side of the pitch. Whereas with liberos, they're more central. All right, here we go. Next tactic. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Okay, so I do like this tactic. See Lema coming in. That's interesting because he doesn't have high aggression. Notice that. His work rate is 15, but he did go in for that challenge on that player. Now, these kind of tactics, they are gonna be possession centric. So you gotta make sure that your set pieces are on point. You're gonna get a lot of set piece chances, right? So you wanna make sure your set pieces are set up correctly for you to take advantage of them. And you notice the way I do my set pieces, nobody's defending. That's just fun. I mean, these set pieces are in the Dropbox folder, but I can't. The creators and all that, you got to go and set that up yourself. Yeah, the order of priority. Yeah. Griezmann, nice build-out play. You can see I mean, if you have the players for it, why not? This can work. 4-4-1-1 is a poor man's 4-2-3-1. Short corner routine now. Lema does well. Lema gets a free kick in a dangerous position, but it comes to nothing. Do I make changes to this tactic? Probably not, no. Yeah, it's quite interesting, quite safe. Work ball into box, low crosses. If it's like this and I'm dominating a lot of the football, right? And I'm keeping the ball away from the opposition, I would immediately go work ball into box, play low cross. At this point, yeah, I would have made the call already. Because my players are doing a really good job of keeping the ball. So why don't we just push up high up the pitch? That is the reason why you play short corner routines and you always have your players who are the best hitters, all of them attack the far post. So you always have good creators in your order of priority. Right? So the only mistake people will make with set pieces generally if they don't set the priority list. So there's no real point in you going downloading tactics because the easiest fix in any of these set piece routines is always going to be you setting the priority list. Hello, I used to play the 4-4-2. I've not found a better formation, almost the same roles when it comes to counter-attack. Only that I play. Yeah, I agree. Hey, look, I already said when Football Manager 24 came out, right? I called it a meta formation. The best formation in the game was the 4-4-2. It was the best formation. But the challenging thing about the 4-4-2 was that you have to know your game. You need to know your roles for you to take advantage of it. So the second best formation I thought was the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1 is really easy to set up with two DMs on support, and that becomes a very strong formation. Okay, so we've done okay. So wow, this is safe, man. We're not going to change anything because I think I like the way this tactic is playing. Yeah, this is a mid-block. It's safe. My goodness, most teams will struggle to break you down. Yeah, okay. Keep it up. Leave it as a mid-block. No changes. Tactic of the week. I'm calling this tactic of the week already. Discord tactic. This is Rondo, right? This is Rondo's tactic. Hey, congratulations, man. Rondo walked in straight away. No changes needed. I wanted to play it as a mid-block. I didn't realize it was a mid-block already. Defensively, solid formation. 2 banks of 4 are the best systems for defenses. The best systems for defenses. If you want to defend, you want to protect a lead, right? Nothing is better than a 2 banks of 4 in the Football Manager. Teams are gonna struggle to break you down. They gotta commit more and more players to break you down, and then when they do that, they struggle, they lose. So now they're gonna have to rush, get into the third, and all you gotta do is get your players back. That's it. See how easy it is. Once again, set pieces, you gotta set them up right. Okay, we didn't go and we didn't go to check whether or not our best players are in the positions they're supposed to be in. We only set up the priority list, which is, for me, sometimes enough. That's very lax passing. That is down to our players and their poor passing. So I'm gonna miss this instruction, copy rate. It kind of, to me, it works. Yeah. Just send my tactic this for this year. This year, you're going to use the one tactic. Kimpy, I don't believe you. I do not believe you, man. You're worse than me now. You keep changing tactics every week. I thought I was bad. Now you have emerged as the next, you're the new Joey. You're the new Joey, man. There's no other Joey now. You are Joey, Kimpy. Yeah, you're Joey now. You're doing a Joey. You guys are wondering what the Joey said, inside joke on the channel, okay? When I go crazy and I start changing tactics every week, I'm doing the Joey. How do you think Joey got smashed came about? The greatest tactic I made for FM25, right? It has got such fantastic attacking patterns. It was created because I lost the game 4-0. And my alternate, I like to call it my alter ego that hates to lose, took over the stream. And Joey got smashed was born. The whole everything about the background is the tactic was the same. I mean, everything about the background of the tactic. Okay, this is the story behind it. I came in and I was so angry that I lost that I decided from that day onwards we were never gonna let anyone play the ball out again. So I want to put pressure on defenses all the way from the get-go. Force them into giving up the ball. But this is a very good formation. Rondo. This is it, man. I won't change it. Yeah. So all you gotta do is get the players to the right kind. Okay, now you see this guy running all over the pitch, right? Molina. Okay, this is the only time I start looking at things like my no OIs. Man, this guy was running all over the place. This is something I gotta. You see this aggression and work rate. This guy wants to work hard, man. Wait, but he's so safe. Look at that. He doesn't cross the Rubicon. The Rubicon is this hard, the thirds, right? You divide the pitch. 1, 2, 3. SI got one very simple setup. No? They divide the pitch into thirds this way and they divide the pitch into thirds this way. There seems to be that line that they have in the game. I call it a Rubicon. I always look out for their players and I notice they don't go to the other side. I think they need to make a tweak to that to make it less predictable. Okay, well done. The final tactic from our community. Okay, let me just check Discord whether any more Kimpy has come in with a new tactic. I think we done that. Okay, Kimpy, your tactic. The 3-4-3 relegation zone tactic. Yeah, we'll get to the other tactics soon. We'd already downloaded it from the public. We'll come in here and we just remove all these and then we delete them. And then downloads, and then we'll go to this one, relegation tactic. I don't like it when you call it a relegation tactic. All right. Okay, we're there already. Okay. Let's look at the players. Wait, hold on. We can't be playing the same game on the same day. Yeah. Data Hub, we're not interested. we return on holiday next match. This should be good. Kimpi's tactics is usually entertaining. I haven't even looked at the backline. Yeah. But okay, I mean, white midfielder, DM, AM. Okay. I mean, looking okay. What? I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's an aggressive back five system. Yeah. I mean, to me, looks fine, man. It looks like a good tactic. Data hub can go in the bin. Doesn't make any difference. Why am I clicking everything? Okay, let's go. Squad registration, auto confirm. I don't know who is going to be playing this team. We just randomly picked any player and go like, yeah, you'll do a good job. Okay, quick pick again. All right, I'm just quick picking. We're not going to go through and look for the optimum number of who is the best, who's this, and who's that. I never go for recruitment meetings. The first thing I do is choose never. I hope FM25 still has those options. I'm going to be very grumpy when I play the game. The last thing you want is a grumpy old man playing Football Manager. All right? And streaming at the same time. Remember, I can still remember FM17. I was streaming and I was moaning. I was complaining on the stream, man. You mean you need me to click 3 times to leave a game? Which moron thought it was a good idea to include this in game design? Guys, I actually said it though. I was hypercritical about the UI, man. So much so that of course, it's Miles, right? Miles makes the final call, right? So I went and said things like, whoever designed the UI is not a gamer. I think it's okay. No, it's got nothing to do with being elitist. Nothing. I do agree that the best way to play the game is to look at the game yourself, right? And then use the data hub to confirm or disprove what you see. Okay, because the data hub has got information. And the one thing about danger about statistics, right? One thing very dangerous about statistics is if you can interpret statistics in any way you want. Yeah, anybody who studies statistics as a science, right? Okay, will tell you that numbers, hey, it depends on who's interpreting those numbers. Okay, so I don't look at the data hub as the be-all. I look at it, I say, what do I need to get in the data hub? What's the information I need? Okay, then at first I make my observations in the game. Once I make my observations in the game, I say, okay, this guy is not tackling well. This guy is always losing position. Okay, what do I look for? Okay, I look at his interception rate. Okay, but of course, you need to also look at your tactic. Is your tactic playing well? Right? So that's when I visualize and see, I'm creating a lot of great chances in and around the penalty area. Okay, then I go to the data hub. Then I look at my chances the last 10 matches, right? Head or feet. And I go, wow, 60% with the feet. I'm doing something. Then I look at the XG map and yes, vast majority of my chances 0.53. I'm on the right track. See, this is how you use data hub. Not the information here will tell you if your tactic is good or bad. I'm like, bullshit, man. Seriously, your eyes will tell you if your tactic is good or bad. You lost the game, your tactic is bad. Okay? No amount of data is going to help you solve the problem. Yeah, it's like doctor going in. If you don't have any rudimentary knowledge of medicine, right? You're gonna randomly take all kinds of medications and shove it into the patient's body. One of these is gonna, cure this guy of, the cold. I give him antidepressants. It might work, and I'm not gonna be like that. So learn the basics of football first. That's the only problem with the game. If you don't know the basics of football, then data is not going to make you a better player. Okay, so far, when I looked at a tactic, I know it's possible for this tactical system to work. I'm not going to go and say this tactic is a bad tactic just yet. We have to watch enough of these transitions to make the observation. Okay, first up. Okay, halftime, we're going to look at something. It's called we're going to look at the shot map. So far, it doesn't look like you're getting into the area to score, right? Enough, or put enough pressure. There, Griezmann gets the ball. Then there's not enough support. You see this point here when Griezmann gets the ball, right? Here when he gets the ball, where is this guy? He can't help him get to the ball, right? Okay, where's this guy? He's alone. So when he wins the ball, either you, in this kind of situation, either you play a really tall, lanky, strong fella in this position so he can hold up the ball or hit the ball on. Right. That's about it. That's all he can do. Otherwise, he has to turn, control the ball and play the ball. But that buys the defenders time to defend against that. We're all chasing after the ball. Defensive line too high. Way too high. All the players are just chasing after the ball. The ball is in... The players are behind the ball, not chasing after it. This is not pre-season. The season already started. Yeah. If this is a pre-season... No. We don't test it in pre-season. Yes, we are all grumpy old men, man. Ian. We are all grumpy old men. The thing is right now, right? That's an annoying thing about Football Manager. No? The key players who've been playing the game for a long time are all grumpy old men. Because they've been playing the game for so many years. Okay, they're all grumpy old men now. Alright. So you gotta be careful, though. This is a generation that can... Ah, man. In shoots, can't score. I wanted to finish that statement, but I kept, I decided to hold off on the last words. Okay, I just better not say too much. All right, what can we change? Drop this, go to medium. Yeah, hold shape, drop this, counter. Okay, remove the counter press so I don't lose my shape. Why am I making these changes? Okay, first up, counter press, hold shape. Like, why hold shape? You think it's so good, is it? You can move the ball around with this kind of setup. No, man. If you want to do that, we got to work ball into box, right? We're not that good. So we go low cross, dribble less, okay? Now I hold shape. Then I remove counter press. I'm going to move the team around, right? So we're moving the team around with a complete forward and two guys attacking. I will change this guy and we'll tell them not to run wide with ball. Okay? They can roam, but don't run wide. I don't need them going here and becoming wingers. Okay, there are not enough threats attacking the box. Okay, but roaming is fine. I'm not using low cross. Okay, low cross can come from these guys, but we're going to tell these guys to be defensive wingers instead of wide midfielders. Yeah. The whole sale, sorry, changing your tactic. Get further forward, get further high up the pitch. Remember just now I pointed out that we weren't getting support. They take more risks. And they will tell them to cross on the byline. So they go down the byline. Done. So now these guys are gonna go up. We got all these guys defending. We don't need more. These guys, why do you, defensive? I'm using defensive wingers because I love this role. They'll come back and help us defend. Okay, play our defense. Okay, tempo now I'll jack the tempo up slightly. Done. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, here's complete forward. We don't too many. Let's just get them to all put pressure on the defense, pressing for an attack. Okay. All right, so all of them are gonna start creating a bit of havoc, and we'll tell them to all to be shadow strikers. So yeah, I have the pitch, be a bit more aggressive, looking for opportunities to get into the final third. Now we are not gonna play pinging the ball always to the center. We're going to use the flanks equally as much as the center, right? We're not looking for all the true balls in the world, but we are going to equal emphasis. Sometimes the guys on the flanks do have to do some work. Okay. We just use the same chaps. We don't want to make too many changes. Otherwise, I don't want to bring any players on. We just want to see whether the same group plays just as badly. Nice. See that? Look at this. This is what I wanted to see. Immediately from this position on the pitch, look at what this guy does. Look at him, man. The champ among men. That's what we want. Okay, we want a bit more bite in our midfield. Defensive wingers are the best at biting. Just make sure they're not dogs with rabies, because that's apparently a problem in this where I live at the moment. Okay, not bad, at least something. Okay, but now we want more. We have to jack the. We gotta up the ante a bit. I need to get a goal. What can I do? What can I do? All right, I know what to do. Okay, we are going for goals. White centre back on attack. White centre back on attack. Okay, this is gonna send these guys up. Since we got these two DMs here in this position, these guys will go up. Rodrigo De Paul will have to do more. Maybe I take the risk of one of these becoming a volante, or I turn one of these guys into a AM on support. I haven't decided that yet. Hey, Coach FM, how are you, man? All right, so these are the. I mean, we made some changes to your tactic, Chico. No, Kimpi. Kimpi, not Chico. Once again, these back five systems, they got to be aggressive. All right, so we're using these two defensive wingers, but already Rodrigo De Paul doesn't seem like he wants to carry on playing. All right, we're gonna bring this guy on. Maybe, just who is Riquelme? Forget him. Okay, Thomas Lema will come on. Or rather, we undo that. And then Memphis Depay will come on. Okay. Undo. Manuel Molina will come on. Correa will come here. Okay. We still haven't seen a goal. Defensively, we are doing okay on corner routines. Famous last words, no, okay, still okay. I'm trying to push the thing up. We dropped to positive mentality. Why? Because they will drop my defensive line slightly and my line of engagement slightly. So I'm trying my best not to change too much about your tactic. Still too low. Defenders lost. Yeah, too low. Damn it. There's a problem with these back lines. You remove the step up more. All stepped up, and then we got the space behind our lines. All stepping up, all the space opened up. So remove the step up more. When you have double DMs and a backline, the step up more can actually cause you a lot of trouble. So the offside trap. Everybody's stepping up. Polista was on his own. So I usually don't recommend playing with step up more in a back three, especially if you're gonna play with a much higher defensive line. So we managed to get the first attacking move of the game. Nice. Got the first goal. Okay, we managed to get... we needed those two shadow strikers to be in the half space. This is the attacking pattern that was after. Okay, so we got the defensive winger. This is why I don't want him to go wide with the ball. Right? We want him to be in the half space. So let's see if we can get another goal. It's tough, now we got to take out the two DMs. One of the DMs has to move. Pablo Barrios, I guess. Saul. And who else can we bring on? Any other DMs? Alright, that's it. Okay. See what our defensive wingers are? That's exactly where I need them to be. They're further up the pitch. So our transitions, we can move from defense to attack relatively quickly. This is the reason why. This is why you play with defensive wingers with that. If you want to do something like this, right? Okay, you don't play white midfielders. You play defensive wingers because defensive wingers are the most aggressive winger in the whole game, and you can actually get them to play really high up the pitch. Don't play with white midfielders. White midfielders are the most. I wouldn't waste my time with a white midfielder. Yeah. It's our first defeat, but at least we saw an improvement in the way our attacking transitions worked. We couldn't, it's probably not enough time because the rule is I have to let the tactic play for 45 minutes. Hey. Kimpe, you didn't win it today. I'm ready to poop. How are you, man? Every time I see people, I went to someone's stream yesterday, just a random streamer, and then I went and say hi. And I love the way when people react. Bust the nut. They all think it's bust the nut. Maybe I should call the stream Bust the Nuts. Nut busters. Hey, that's why your guys are going to be called from now on. Nut busters. How's that? Not net busters, no, nut busters. Okay, there we go. Nice. That is the reason why we have them in the half space. Okay, I don't know if we can get we are almost. Okay, guys. So you can see the changes, Kimpi, right? The changes are there, for you to see. What's up, man? Have you ever thought about a tactic with no traditional roles forcing you to use Raumdeuter, Trequartisa, Libero? I have, except it's not fun. Yeah. First up, there are two roles that I don't like, the Raumdeuter and the Trek, but I've used Libero, Register. Yeah, two Liberos, three Liberos in the same tactic. I have the Registers also. We've done it before. But Raumdeuter, no, man. I don't like the Raumdeuter, and I'm glad the Raumdeuter is going to die a natural death. FM25 will not see it. Yeah. We are not seeing that. Raumdeuter's final appearance will be in FM24. He will never ever grace the screens, my screens, unless I play an older version of Football Manager. Yeah, hallelujah. My Christmas wish came true. Or at least I'm hoping my Christmas wish comes true, okay? All right, we've seen the tactics. Now we go to we got these tactics, and I'm going to just move them across. We're going to thank. And now finally, we will be looking at the safe that has come in. And Neil, you're safe. I'll catch you on the stream. Yeah, all right, man. Thanks for popping in, Neil. Your safe will be later. Wait, am I in the right place? Yeah, I am. Oh, big prediction. Yeah, I think so, man. I think you're not going to see the Raumdeuter ever again. Gone is the other days of the Raumdeuter. Yeah, it makes no sense to have a role that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. And I never thought the Raumdeuter should have been in the game in the first place because Thomas Lehmann was doing that for what, 1 or 2 seasons only. Not Thomas Lehmann. What's his name? The German player was only doing it for 1 or 2 seasons only. Even then, I thought it was a bit too much. 3-4-2-1. I was like one of the lone voices going, why do we have a Raumdeuter in the game for, man? Thomas Muller. Yeah, exactly. 3-4-2-1, looking at this formation. Yep, okay. Except I won't do this. I'll play wing back on attack. Now, the reason why, if you want to do this and go up and down, what you can do, you just play okay. Here, AM on support like this, right? Marking specific positions. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Don't break your formation. Do not do that. Yeah, it's going to affect your attacking transitions. One thing about this, right, especially with this, the formations you can do that with are back 4 formations, not back 5. Because I know why people do this, because they think that it will help. It does not help. Because during the transition changes, your players are affected by that instruction. So sometimes when you win the ball back with a counter press, okay, because you haven't chosen not to, okay, your players are not in the right positions. So it doesn't always work. So I rather not have an instruction that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. So here, I'll remove that. I'll remove this. Actually, this is actually quite a good formation. Roaming playmaker moving up with this wing back. This ball winning midfielder has to do a lot of work. Okay. Libero coming up to defend is good. Here, this guy should really be a wide centre back on defense. So he goes further out. Right? Further out to help you defend. There might be a gap here, but this ball-winning midfielder on support will do a admirable job of protecting this side. Then here again, you want a wide centre-back on defense too. right? You have two wide center backs because you want them to. That role is actually going to spend more time. Okay, I have to protect here, this area. Okay, boss, this is where I'm going to do my work. Now, here, wing back, roaming playmaker, shadow striker. Now, roaming playmaker goes up, shadow striker goes to the left. Wing back and shadow striker hold hands together. Why? A lot of congestion on the left side of the pitch. Yeah. So if shadow striker comes up, wing back also goes up, they're all going to hold hands together. Yeah. So what I would recommend is, if you're going to do this, right, have an underlap. Okay. What underlap does, wide player checks the run, looking for inside run. Now you got inside run. See what I mean? Roaming playmaker now comes up, the guy goes in. Wing back can sometimes come through the middle too. Can sometimes attack the middle. So this guy might go wide because he is going to go wide. The moment a roaming playmaker comes up, he goes wide, right? He comes wide. Now you tell this wing back, don't go to the left side and congest that side. You come through the middle. So now what? Because this instruction tells the player to do this some of the time. So now what we have is, he comes up, this guy goes in because of the positional play feature in Football Manager, right? So he comes up, this guy goes here. He can go this way and he can go that way. So instead of choosing a complete wing back, which is going to roam, you got this roam. So I would make those changes to my tactic. Wing back here, stay wider, tackle harder. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Ball winning midfielder, don't do anything. Tackle harder, don't. These two roles, right? Ideally, you don't want him to be tackling too hard. Don't ask him to chase after players. If he's good enough, he will read the play and he will be there. If you need him to tackle harder, you got the wrong player. So go get yourself a player with a high aggression, work rate, and stamina, because a roaming playmaker will shut down play. I use roaming playmakers in one-man midfields, and they will take care of the whole center of the park. The only reason why you need to tackle harder is probably because you have the wrong player for that position. So go get yourself a good roaming playmaker. Aggression, work rate, stamina, vital. Anticipation, concentration, first touch, passing, vision, decisions are all important attributes for this player, including and notwithstanding technique. So we get this, and then you got pressing forward, and I'll leave it. So this underlap will be good, and then you can actually focus play down the left, but then there's no one scoring goals here. Yeah, there's a lot of like, I'm going to drop in and try and do something, but what you could do is have a very funky formation. Now you got an AP, right? Here drop. So some of the transitions, if they don't get there in time, right, the AP can drop, play the ball out to this guy. So you got a roam from positions AP here. Okay, wing back coming in here. So your tempo is nice. Okay, I like this. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, prevent short goal distribution, not a friend of your formation. You know why? 1, 2, 3, I take this guy. 1, 2, 3, I take this guy. 1, 2, 3, I take this guy. Which of your players is going to be preventing short goal distribution? Do you know? I don't know. So why do? Instead, what you do is do this. Any one of these players gets the ball, you trigger press, hard tackle. Who is a good real-life example, a player that would make a good roaming playmaker? But a person that can read the play. I can't think of somebody offhand right now, but there are quite a number of players in the English Premier League, I would say, can play in that position. What happened to Chiesa? Premier League team should learn not to sign Italian. There's almost. I think Chiesa has been injured, and then now he's not really fitting into the system. But with Mo Salah playing the way he is playing, plus Mo Salah contract situation has been resolved, putting in Federico Chiesa for Mo Salah would be detrimental to Liverpool's hopes of keeping Mo Salah around for at least another season. So Chiesa is... Liverpool signed Chiesa because good value for money, or 30 million. They can't go wrong with that decision. So even if they let him go, they're probably going to make money off him as well. Yeah, any mid that can play as a DLP and has got high work rate and aggression can play. Spurs fan, Happy New Year! Okay, so these are the changes I'll make to your tactic, and I'll stick. This is where we will stop. I mean, like, you can also play this on cautious, man. This tactic. You can play on balance. Positive, your passes will be quite short. Wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. So mentalities, I can easily play cautious, balance, and very attacking. Yeah. If you want these guys to come up the pitch and put pressure on opposition teams, right? This guy will definitely do it because it's higher mentality. if you want this guy to do it, there are two ways you can do this. Take more risks is one way, and the other one is adding the underlap. But underlap means this he will hold up the ball looking for somebody to pass, making inside runs. No one is, right? So don't do it with this guy. Don't add underlap here. You can also add a focus play down the left so that this becomes a big fulcrum for your tactic, meaning this defender has to be very, very strong. Not really necessary, but if you want to, you can also do that. Okay, next tactic. So if you want, the guys on Discord, I played your tactics already, yeah? So now we're doing it with the, we're doing tactics that came in from the general public. I might pick one to play with, yeah. But if both, I will play with those that come from Discord channel. Okay, this is crazy, man. Roaming playmaker, Mazzala, inverted wingback. Nah, I would not play this tactic. This is. I know you're putting a lot of pressure on top, but then the Mazzala goes up. If you lose the ball, you need God's gift to defenders to. I actually rate inverted wingbacks very lowly. Like, I don't even rate them in Football Manager. I think they are not a very good role. Because of the fact that when they come and sit in this position, you got to keep the ball moving. Right. Okay. Now, if you keep the ball moving, this roaming playmaker is going up. So the inverted wingback is anchoring. So who is going to be the one that moves the ball up with him? No one, no. Except for this ball-winning midfielder. So you're going to lose the ball a lot of the time in the center of the pitch. Right. So if you wanted to, the best role is actually going to be the fullback on attack and the fullback on attack. Right. So if you were to play fullback on support. Now what you have is two different roles. Okay. You get them to play as false fullbacks now. Or you can also play a wingback as well. But these guys have this narrow cut inside with the ball. Now they play like the what was that role again? The inverted wingback. They will come this way now. The roaming playmaker will now have support, right? The ball winning midfielder will be here. This guy will come in, they will have support. And then with this guy running off, maybe here this guy, I think this role is a perfect Trequartista role. Because he might drop deep and help you support play. Because you got an F9 dropping deep as well. But this is one. I mean, I don't know, man. Okay, pressing for an attack, maybe. Deep line forward and support will drop. The reason why is because I need someone to drop down to this pocket here. Yeah, to help me keep the ball moving. Probably go this way. And then you need mixed passing. Tempo has to be higher or very high. Be more expressive just means, or you're already on attacking mentality, you don't need to be more expressive. That's like telling your players to come up with more options to play the pass. If you're an average team, you might struggle to keep you might struggle to do anything with that. Yeah, stop crosses. Stop crosses just means you're playing wider. So there's going to be more space. The inverted wingback in that system would have died if you do stop cross, because stop cross literally increases the positioning of the players. So what will happen is they will try and be wider during the defensive phase. I'm not a big fan of this, but you can try it and see how it goes. Get stuck in, fine. Just go use prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. You definitely can, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can afford to lose players to do that. Hold shape, I will remove that. Slow pace down, I'll remove that. Distribute to target man, nah, I'll remove that too. Because you don't have a target man in this tactic. So don't play a target man. Yeah. So I wouldn't have a target man in here at all. Okay. And I wouldn't look for playing out ease-off tackles here. I guess why you had ease-off tackles here. Because your inverted wingbacks are always getting yellow cards, right? That's because your inverted wingbacks are trying to get back from a bad position. So they're always chasing after a player tackling from behind. That's why they always get yellow cards. So you don't play with inverted wingbacks. Yeah, play with false fullbacks. I think Mazzala here on support is just nice. You don't have to go attack, no? Or you can actually play this guy as a CM on attack. You want box-to-box midfielder is just nice. Okay, these two... actually, just play Mazzala. Okay, Mazzala on support here. This guy can be a Carrello as well. So now you got players getting the ball up the pitch, right? So he doesn't go into this zone, right? Roaming playmaker comes up. Why would you want to have a roaming playmaker and a ball-winning midfielder to defend? Like, that makes no sense, right? To me, it doesn't make any sense, you know. Yeah. You can actually play this guy as a libero, no, on defense. He comes up, partners him. So you got a zigzag pattern to get the ball to go. Now you got libero coming up here. CD, right? Okay, roaming playmaker. So these two will work in concert with each other. Then there's ball goes on the half space. This guy is coming inside. So you're going to have a whole group of players here who can work the ball. Now this means that this guy can start attacking the box. So I will make these changes to your tactic. Yeah. So only this guy goes into this zone. This guy comes up here. This guy will not enter. He will just go somewhere where, I'm still worried about this guy. Hold on. Okay. I don't like. It's a very attacking system. Yeah. This is the last man, no? Ball playing defender. You need him to bring the ball, dribble with the ball sometimes. You don't want to play a CD. So I would try this. This could be quite attacking. F9 dropping Mazzala, yeah. Then you've got a bit of zigzag in your tactic. Focus play to the middle is the most overrated instruction in the whole game. Okay, you don't need it when you do this. Okay, what you need is focus. So the central midfielders will move to the side of the focus every time you're playing the ball up the pitch. This way, you will get your options. And underlap is the widest player holding out the ball looking for inside runs. You don't really have that in this tactic, right? There's not a lot of inside runs. There's no shadow strikers here to take advantage of. Yeah, no CM on attacks. Only one Mazzala, so that underlap is not really helping you out. Yeah. So this role you can put it on attack duty after. All right, so loading the next tactic. Okay, what do we have here? We got 4-2-2-2-2-2 Red Bull. Box, lovely. No, play this as a DM and support. Immediately, I will not play as a ball-winning midfielder. Wingback can. Not tighter, not in the wingbacks here. Don't do that. Yeah, they'll get out of position. Mid-block, no, this system is not going to work as a mid-block. Yeah, you're always going to give up space. So you want to play this, you got to go high up the pitch. High block, yeah. You don't play this as a mid-block. This tactic cannot be played as a mid-block. You'll run into a lot of trouble. Volante is going to go up. This guy should really be an AP on support. Yeah, so he can drop and tell him to roam from position so that you can get this guy moving this way and this way. Volante is going to cover. He's going to go to the left, right? He's going to be like a wide playmaker. DLF on attack is fine. You can play this guy as since he's going to go left and this guy is coming up here, you can ask this guy to be a poacher and stay in the box. Pin the defenders down. This guy can be a shadow striker. And this guy can be a pressing forward and attack. This wingback comes up. This DM is going to take fewer risks. You don't need to be too high up the pitch. Now, these roles can actually be fullbacks on attack, no? Right, they can go up the pitch. I wouldn't play wingbacks because wingbacks are always going to try and beat the player, right? Now, fullbacks, on the other hand, they see a problem, they come in and go like, you know what, I'm going to pass the ball. So here is a ball-playing defender, especially if you got a Volante running up. I put a ball-playing defender here so that these two can work together. Counter, you don't have to counter all the time. Hit early cross, not really needed in this formation because you want to build up the strength of this formation is its ability to choke defenses. Yeah, it will choke defenses all the way, you know, because the DMs cannot play the ball out of defense. Yeah, so we can play on a higher, we can dribble less. And then in wide cross, okay, fine. Yeah, this can work. Prevent short goal distribution all the way. Yeah. These four will always put pressure. And again, opposition instructions to hurt the back line. So got poacher here, close down more, tackle harder. Shadow striker, I wouldn't tell him to stay wide. You don't need these guys to stay wide. No need to, because the width is going to come from these guys. You don't ask them to go here and here split. There's no such thing as a 4-4-2 that these guys are going to split to this position so they can get those attacking movements. Remember, this Volante is coming up. This guy is going to go wide. There's nothing he needs to do. He just goes wide and then you'll have that option. Again, here, this role can be a false fullback. He can attack this way. Or you can get this guy to be a false fullback attacking this way too. Yeah. So he can go wide, he can come inside. No, not too bad. For box systems are actually very, 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 very strong on Football Manager. Okay, then we got Sports Interactive. Next tactic we got, okay. Okay, next one we got Bologna done. Hold on, let me order this again. Clean slate, 3-4-2-1. No. I would. Okay, the problem with this formation is the build out, right? Like all auto. It's like some random tactic someone just picked up. Okay. We have so many of these tactics here already. Okay, so don't use auto. I mean, like defensive winger support, defensive winger on support. This guy can be a shadow striker. This guy can be a shadow striker. This guy can be a pressing forward attack. This guy is a white center back. It's like somebody asking me to make a tactic. This guy can even be a libero, man. He can play 3 liberos here without too much risk. Yeah, take more risks. One guy take fewer risks. Yeah. These guys can be roaming from position. This guy can roam from position. Add a roam from position to both these two guys. Come inside here, tell this guy to get further forward, take more risk, cross from byline. I think I did this just now, right? I did this just now for you guys, no? Oh. Okay, possession. Start with this. You can do prevent shot of goalkeeper. You can even get stuck in, step up more. In transition, we want to do counter press, distribute to backline. Then in possession, we can do underlap, play from defense, normal, use the flanks, dribble less. And then you can play on any mentality. That's it. Okay. That's it. Simple as. Okay. All right. I mean, please don't send a clean slate tactic. Yeah. Yes, this affects the other guys. Yeah. Yeah, next time I see a clean slate tactic, I'm not going to bother. You can just go use a default. Because if you're setting a clean slate tactic, it's kind of defeats the purpose. Like, can you make a tactic for me? Like, dude, seriously, then just go download a tactic. Yeah. The goal is to overload the right side to unlock the left side, especially. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Definitely take this and turn it into a fullback on attack. That's the first thing I do. No? Okay. Okay. Take more risk, dribble more. No. Take more risk, sit narrow, cut inside with the ball. Okay. That's it. Okay. This guy is going to end up scoring goals for you. Raumdeuter, I'll remove him. I'll play inside forward and attack. Okay. Mezzala, half space. No, you don't need to do this for an overload. Okay, just leave him here. CM on support, done. Mezzala on support, winger, inverted winger. You want to overload, right? So you get this guy scoring. Okay, so fullback on attack. Okay, done. Halfback. Halfback in a libero, forget it. This is a worst combination. Yeah. DM on defense. Why? Because you're asking 2 roles to switch positions with each other. What's the point? Right? It's always going to lead to a transition failure. Never, ever, ever play libero with halfback, because all the halfback does is goes into this guy's defensive position and this guy goes up. What's the point? Yeah. So you're going to have these two working together. So you got to, because once you lose the ball, he'll form a 4 anyway. It's not like he's never coming back. No? He'll come back when you lose the ball. And then when you lose the ball, the halfback is going to go in front. Duh. It's like, what's the point? It's like your build out is, okay, you take the libero position during the build out and I'll take the defender's position during the build out. Okay? Because I think you might lose the ball. But you're making him lose the ball because you're taking away a player in midfield to help him with the transition. So do this and you'll get a very nice transition pattern involving these 2 roles. Now, CM on support here, low cross, I'll remove it straight away. Right? Don't play low crosses. If there's no such thing as a meta, no low cross. The only time this works as a thing is if you dominate a lot of teams. Okay, stop cross just makes you wider. Invite cross, you're tucked inside. So these 2 guys do not overcommit. Remember, you have fullbacks on attack. Okay, or inverted wingbacks on attack. The moment you play stop cross, these 2 guys are gonna they're in trouble because they're gonna have to run all the way back, and you're in trouble because the width is just gonna destroy your tactic. In this case, what is gonna happen is you're gonna be defensively narrower, so the player's stuck inside, forcing these 2 guys to come back to help you defend. All right, so that's one way of doing it. Yeah, you could just play a libero and DM and ask switch base you want to be fancy like that. Correct. So just libero and DM. Simple. Okay, libero will come up and join him in the defensive transition so that these two guys can actually now be more aggressive, right? The reason why you do a libero defend duty is so that you can get these guys to be a lot more aggressive. So this Mazzala can be a Mazzala on attack. This guy can be a box-to-box midfielder moving up, right? Okay, so Mazzala comes in and works with the inverted winger while this guy goes around. So it's a bit risky, I know, but you want to play Trequartista. Why Trequartista? Or just put Poacher in front, okay? Pin those defenders down. Pin the defenders down so that now the defenders got to mark him, no? Because the moment the Trequartista comes out, right, the defenders are free. They go like, okay, we've done our job for today. Nobody's coming. Because the defenders will not chase the Trequartista halfway up the pitch. They might move a bit to create space, but what's the point? So you might as well put a Poacher there so the defenders always have to look at the Poacher because he's a problem. No? He's always in the area, so the defenders have to put a player on someone, right? So they put it on him. This means there's space for this guy to do the thing. So here what you do is you don't have the underlap now on this side, right? So you don't need underlap here. You put the underlap and the focus play down this side so that when the build-up pattern happens over here, these two guys, we do the focus play, we shift the opposition to this side of the pitch, creating space on this side of the pitch. So what these guys now have to do, no roam from position. Hey, just leave him there. Okay, these guys are going to do a really good job. So what this guy does is, far post, see that? Cross to the far post. Hey, Zikrianis, thanks for the follow, man. So this, now the left, so what has happened is, this side has a natural overlap going on. Okay. It's got a natural overlap, but we're putting an underlap here because we want the widest player holding up the ball, looking for inside runs. We've got inside runs happening. Here, leave it now, you know. I mean, there's going to be a lot. This inside four is going to come in here. The fullback is going to come up the pitch. You can even play it a bit more safer. Go like fullback on support. Yeah, okay. So that we don't overcommit the attack on this side. You will have a funky tactic. Definitely funky. This tactic is going to have create a lot of interesting variations in attacking patterns because of the way we use the libero to create a step ladder to goal. Because you got a step ladder now in the center and you got a step ladder down the left, the right as well. So this guy can be, do you want to play this as Raumdeuter? Then go ahead. He can be a free Raumdeuter. Boom. Nothing else. We're not asking him to defend anymore. So this Raumdeuter and the Poacher become a threat because the defenders are defending the Poacher. Raumdeuter just looking for space. And then your passing shouldn't be short, it should be mixed. Because you remember you're creating all this space. So you need to attack the space, right? And the space is not going to be attacked with short passes. It's going to be attacked by medium to longer passes from this side of the pitch. So this guy as well, ask him to do a far post cross. And don't tell him to sit narrower. Just leave it like that. Okay, so just cross him far post. So he keeps the ball, he moves out the pitch, and that's it. Yeah. This could be one. I would not have tackled hard, mark tighter on this guy. Just tackle harder is fine. Tackle harder on this. Dribble more, no need. Okay. Cross in far post and cross in far post for these two. So they can target this guy. Take Morris guy inside the ball, sit narrow. So yeah, he can come inside whenever he feels like it. They will do it once in a while. Huh? They don't do it all the time. There's a thing about Football Manager and PIs. PIs are not a rule for 90 minutes. It's just happens some of the time. BYT, Girona. This is Girona, right? So now Bologna. I thought we did Bologna. We did a box, right? Red Bull was a boxer. Yeah, that tactic we did just now, it will work very nicely in the match engine because you're not over committing main players. DM works. Take forward. Yeah, take fewer risks. Yeah, this is my kind of 4-4-2. What is my kind of box tactic? Shadow striker, shadow dealer. Yeah, leave it. This is good box. You know why? It looks very similar to mine. Yep, leave it. Yeah, brilliant. Don't change it. Yeah, maybe here you can ask him to roam. Okay. Poacher, shadow striker attacking, DLF, shadow striker. Yeah, you can. Actually, what you can do is you take this player and play him as an AP on support. Creating even more space. So now the Poacher holds out the ball. This fullback can be a danger coming on this side of the pitch. So you got roam from position and move into channels. You got a lot of build-out patterns. So this right flank now, What has happened? We're creating a lot of movement in and around the tactic with a focus play. Now, these guys are going to swap positions. The fullback is coming this way. This guy is taking fewer risks, right? So now, what you got is the original idea. Yeah, you got to be careful. You can make left backs a star, but for me, if I want to make my left back the goal scoring performer and the creative focus, right, are always playing as false fullbacks. In the football match engine right now, the false fullback is the most powerful, customizable role I find in the game of Football Manager by a country mile. No role does it better. He will come into this zone here and he starts scoring you a lot of goals. He's working on all my tactics as well, and we stream the same thing as well. Yeah. We stream. This is a good tactic, I think I like this tactic. I only just made one change, the shadow striker. That's it. And the fullback's going to score you a lot of goals, man. You want the fullbacks to come in. Here, the fullback going this way. Yeah, I like it. Don't change it. It's a nice tactic. Yeah, it's a nice tactic. This can also, against teams that you're dominating the game with, you just can go low crosses. Yeah, it's a great tactic, man. It's brilliant. This Bologna tactic is a good tactic. Don't change one or two tweaks and that's it. AP and support maybe some of the time. Like small tweak. Small tweak, once in a while. Okay, next one we got. Oh, custom control, subatomic surfer. Your tactic. Oh, lovely. Okay, now we got to play this tactic. I picked the last one. No, okay, wait. I think we got one more tactic coming here. Yeah, tiki-taka. We'll download this tactic. Then I will talk about it as well. Before we get into the game, I'll talk about the tactic. I'm going to play subatomic surface tactic. Once again, there are channel points, no? If you want me to play a tactic, you come to the stream long enough, there'll be channel points. You acquire the channel points, you can ask me to play a tactic. Yeah. String BYT. Okay, all right. Load tactic. I have to do a custom kind of a sign, big one. Play my tactic for you guys. I'll get that done. Big ass sign. Big one. So I can't miss it when it comes on. Wait, hold on. I didn't move the tactic in. Bang. Downloads. Where is it? Tiki-taka. Tiki-taka. Okay. It's called tiki-taka. That's the one. All right, let's go. Volante, inverted wingback. Again, this won't work because inside forward is running away, right? Inverted wingback is coming to this space and then the volante runs out of passing options. This is the reason why these inverted wingbacks fail. You want him to work with the volante, play him as a fullback on support and tell him to work with him, okay? Work with him as a false fullback. So he will go up the pitch now. And then he will be in this zone. While the volante goes out, this guy, he will work with him. And then sometimes he'll go left and sometimes he'll go right. Advanced forward will make your attacking patterns very predictable. Sometimes the ball will be too much, too soon. So get a pressing forward and attack instead of an advanced forward. Otherwise, your attack patterns will be too fast. I would raise the tempo because you got players up top. The Mazala is the one who usually scores the goal. Yeah, that's in your tactic just now, right? Correra, DMD, nice, inverted. This is very defensive. This is very defensive. Why? DM on support, yeah. So that you don't lose out on the build-up patterns here. Here, inverted fullback on defense. If you are playing inverted fullback on defense, you can afford for this guy to be a wing on attack. Because there's not much happening here. Okay, he's going to come up here. You might as well get this guy to attack, right? And here, then they like a 4-2-3-1. You want a tiki-taka kind of 4-2-3-1. Then get this guy to be an AP on support. You got a lot of tiki-takaing going on now. There'll be a lot of movement in your tactic, right? So as this guy drops, roam and move the channels, right? Volante comes up. This guy goes here. This fullback comes into the center. Okay? Ball playing defender, and inverted fullback protecting your flank. You can tell this guy to play an underlap. Focus play. No, don't focus play. Just do an underlap. Underlap will mean this player's mentality is slightly higher. Widest player holds up the ball looking for inside runs. right? Let me think. Which side is better served with a volante? Actually, DM here, volante here. I'll explain why. If I play a volante here, this becomes a fulcrum for attack. This guy can be a goal scorer, right? So now you got a natural overload happening over here. Inverted fullback, volante. Volante is coming up here. He over the AP. Now when the volante comes up here, the AP goes to the flanks. Inside forward will come up a bit higher, and then the wing on attack and the volante will work together to unlock this guy. So this guy will become a far post direct delivery. This can work, yeah. This can work, and you can actually have the underlap here now. Distribute quickly, not necessary. You can play slightly higher up the pitch. Drop this so you not everyone is gonna go and run out and press everybody since everyone's so far away. It might cross so that you're defensively narrow. This means that when you lose the ball, these guys will tuck inside, forcing these two guys to come back and help you defend. That's it. This is how I set it up. Okay, now we got this tactic. Okay, see, complete wing back, full back, Mazzala attack, inverted. Okay, I'm gonna remove this, gonna drop this all the way here, underlap here, because you've got this Mazzala, inverted winger, and a complete wing back, right? I'm gonna tell this guy, take fewer risks, crossing far post dribble motion, close on. Wow, close on more. Okay, that's a lot of PIs for this guy. I'm gonna take all these off. Okay, I'm just gonna play a fullback on support. Okay, that's it. And I'm not telling him to tackle harder, whatever. Okay, we're just gonna. In fact, I'm gonna play him as a wing back. Get him to run past everybody. Okay, stay wider. That's it. Okay, simple thing. Okay, BMW no. I would remove all this, pass to specific player. Yeah. Distribute the specific player is one of the more annoying things in the game. No? Okay, I just remove that and then distribute the fullbacks. It doesn't always work. And you end up making your attack patterns too predictable. Okay, this is a mid block. Huh? So whip cross because we can break the defensive line. No work ball into box. Since it is a mid block. Mazzala, okay. Mid block, who's scoring goals, man? Okay, we're gonna turn this guy into a poacher. Raumdeuter. I want goals being scored. Okay, so the reason why I have a Raumdeuter is because I'm doing a bit of an overload on this side. Yeah. No focus play here. We're going to underlap on this side and we're going to get this side firing all the goals. Okay. And okay, let's try that. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay. Small changes only. I mean, it doesn't feel like small changes, I'm sorry. But there's a lot of changes in the tactic, I know. But I don't particularly like inverted wingbacks. I don't think they work very well. I don't like to use them because you're kind of dependent on some very fast players with anticipation, concentration, physical attributes. Like, you can't really find those kind of players, man. Holy cow. Whiplash in with some gifted subs, man. Thank you, Whiplash. Got a sponsor, of course. A lot of things happening in the stream. A lot. Got Whiplash coming in with... He's gifted a few subs. Quite a number of subs, actually. And Valorant have added 2 more gifted subs to Whiplash's gift. Yeah, Whiplash coming in with 10 tier 1 subs to the community. He's already done 360, man, on this channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whiplash, that means you got a new gen. I'm gonna put this in my notes, man. Hold on. I can't pull up my Google Docs, no. I got one notebook here. Okay, hold on. Pause for the course. Whiplash with 10 gifted subs. Gets a Nugent tomorrow. What's happening, man? And Mentino just subscribe. Thanks for the Sam for the subscription, man. Ventunio. Okay, let's complete the hype train. Okay, send him to Bayern, huh? Okay. He goes to Bayern tomorrow. Okay, alright. So your Nugent goes to Bayern, huh? Chico has gifted a subscription to Ventino. So Chico also gets a boost to his player. Okay. Oh, Chico. This okay. The reason why the guys are doing this is very simple. You know why? Because I have a stream where you guys are trying to prevent me from winning the title. So what you do is you adopt these Nugents and you give them 200 CA to 200 PA. So these guys, they've got a lot of their Nugents. So every time they give subs, right, they're boosting their players by giving them more PA and CA. The goal here is to prevent me from winning. That's what they're doing. Just so you guys know what's happening. Alright, guys, I do want to apologize, right? There's going to be an ad coming in. What can I say, man? We are doing the overloads beautifully. We are putting a lot of pressure down this team. So it's really, we got a corner as well, but we're getting a lot of overloads on this side of the pitch. And one of the great things about overloads is, if you do an overload really well, that entire side is the place where you're going to get your set pieces from. Because that is the area where the AI is going to struggle to defend, because you're doing such a good job at keeping the ball. And you don't really have to tackle harder, mark tighter with any of the players. Right. Yeah. So we've done okay. We got on the goal. It was a set piece off the pressure that we were exerting on that side of the pitch. And if we wanted to, we can. The tempo is fine. Dribble less. I always like dribbling less. In FM21, I actually enjoy running defense and pass into space. But I don't anymore. Not with this match engine. This match engine is playing very differently. So we got Correa out there as a Raumdeuter. Not my favorite role, but hey man, well, just use it. Molina with the ball. What a ball. Okay, gets into the area. Griezmann looking for options. The Raumdeuter gets the ball, gets a shot away. Okay, so the Raumdeuter is being fed. Yeah, he is being fed. For me, if a tactic doesn't feed the Raumdeuter, then we obviously have not done enough of overload on one side of the pitch to free up the space for the Raumdeuter. Just because he's a space investigator. Supposedly, we need to create the space for him before he investigates that space. As I never told anybody that. They put in the role and go like, oh, it's a space investigator. Everyone's thinking, oh yeah, cool. He'll find the space on his own. No, it doesn't work that way. You gotta make the space for him. Okay, so we're still leading. Hey, Nerdistine Alba, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Thank you. It's kind of the same in my tactics. Yep. If you want to play a 4-3-3, you can do something like that. Yeah. It's challenging, but the one thing I don't like about 4-3-3s in Football Manager right now, right? And this is the reason why, is they defend with too many players. Yeah. So I always have to. It's great defensively, but when I want to attack, right, there's a lot of like, okay, it's like chess, playing a game of chess. No, I've got to create space. Okay, I got to move these guys. It's like playing. If defensively, they can be super formations, very hard to break down. So you got to always be thinking about how am I going to create the space, because you got so many players in midfield. So Koke now, that was a great timed run from Morata. In second goal. Yep. The Raumdeuter is still only a 6.5. If I change it to an inside forward, suddenly his ratings are going to improve. No? Because he is not investigating enough space anymore. The other good thing about playing inside forward is he will press and run and chase and harry. Yeah. There's more reasons why I don't play Raumdeuters in the game. Because they're hard-coded to behave in a certain way. And this is the thing about Football Manager. It's something that, some new players probably struggle to believe. They look at the team instructions and they go, okay, those play instructions are for Raumdeuter. That means if I create another role and use the same play instructions, I get a Raumdeuter too. No, that doesn't work that way. But nobody believes it because I don't go out there and tell you what are the rules for hard coding. But I can tell you there's hard-coded stuff. And those guys who do beta testing for SI, like I do beta testing for SI, I can tell you for a fact there's hard-coded rules in the game. 100%. Because when you do when you submit bug reports and stuff like that to them, and they will just go like, the F9 is not dropping deep enough. For example, we had a whole phase where F9 wasn't dropping deep enough. So what SI would do is they go in there and they tweak it in such a way, because it's hard-coded, right? They can make him drop even deeper. So we done the overloads. You see how much space is inside. He only has to beat the players on the ball. Okay, so we're gonna try something more. Okay, we got stick. No, we're not gonna. No wonder he's staying wider. Okay. Don't cross. I didn't see these instructions. I don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need those PIs in a player. Okay, so stay wider is fine. I didn't realize that my inverted winger was staying wide. We need a bit more of we need to create an overload. We can't get the overload if all the players are standing together. Then only one defender needs to take care of two players. What we want is two players to move to one player. And that will happen if they are not together. No. So we need to split them apart. So don't use that. Use a winger instead of Raumdeuter. Winger does much better. It scores you more goals, right? You'd be surprised, the winger will score more goals than the Raumdeuter. In fact, my wingers are scoring a lot of goals. Yeah. I don't use like Raumdeuters to score goals. It's another kind of thing in the game. People think he's a goal scorer, therefore I have to play inside forward. I'm like, dude, seriously, no. It's a position he takes up. That's what the rule. Understand the position the player takes up from the role. And that's why you win at this game. Brilliant. Okay, we are all over this team, man. I mean, no thanks to my short corner routines, but yeah. We won't be getting a lot of short corners if I don't get control. I keep control of the game, right? The downside of 4-3-3s. This is the downside of 4-3-3s. You need 6 defenders in your squad. 6 midfielders in your squad. Because you need to think about substitutions, rotations. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. It's working brilliantly. The guy is out there. He's feeding. He's trying to feed the poacher. The inside forward is going to latch on to some opportunities. But if you want to create a lot of the headaches for this team, right, you can also play this guy as a winger. Yeah. And it's so easy, once you take the lead, right, and you go like, I don't want to concede anymore. Okay, done. Thank you for all the fish. We're done. Everybody come back and defend. Right, okay, all right. No, there's no need to do anything. Okay. These guys are doing all the damage, so okay, you guys don't get involved in the attacking patterns anymore. Gambit is different. Gambit is libero. This is almost like Gambit. Yeah. Gambit was the strongest 4-3-3 I had for FM24. But it's almost like Gambit. It's not Gambit. Gambit would have a libero. Because Gambit plays a libero and a lot of attacking duties. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm not mistaken, 5 attacking duties. No, 3. Gambit has got inverted fullbacks. And a libero. So all we do is we attack with a 4. So this is like this is almost like my Gambit system, which attacks with a group and defends with a group. So you can see, right, look at how rugged our backline is. So all we do is we keep control of the ball in midfield, and we've got the rolls. We're doing all those overloads on one side of the pitch. Yeah, I know, but you would never use Raumdeuter in a competition, right, Rabagaskara? Yeah. If there was a lot of things on the line, nobody was going to play a Raumdeuter. Sorry, excuse me, I hit the microphone. Me stroking the microphone. I'm definitely doing the wrong kind of streams, man. Definitely doing the wrong kinds of streams. Wrong kind of streams, brothers. Okay. Okay, look, I'm happy. You know, leave it. I'm not even made any changes. I didn't bring on any subs. Yeah. Normally, I'll be panicking in my own personal saves by bringing a lot of substitutes at that point. Oh no, I have to make a change now. I have to make a change. But quite comfortable. The poacher is keeping those defenders honest, buying us space on the flanks. The defenders have got to worry now. The flank guys now have to worry about multiple players coming at them. Yeah, enough. Yeah, look at that. We win the second ball and then we don't commit. And now we got just this guy doing all the work. Yeah, and then we lose the ball, we're safe. And there's enough pressure on them in front. Yeah, they slip away and it's all over. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, so we've done the deed. We'll save the game here, and now we have to load a save. We've got a save that's come in. Let me go in and then clear all these tactics first. Okay, downloads. We got Neil save. Copy. And then I'll go into Football Manager and go to games. I guess I'll put it here. All right. Neo, save is here. So now we're taking a look at someone's save who sent it in. A Dundee United save. Let's first see the situation. Squad. 5th in the Premiership. I mean, what are the odds? Okay, 7th and you are 5th. So on that note, you're doing quite well. You have 7 defeats: Kilmarnock, Livingston, St Mirren, Hibs, Rangers. Well, Rangers was a close fight, man. What about transfers? Do you make any transfers? Transfer history. Plenty of players came in on 1 million, so you brought in Robbie Dees. Okay, this is not a bad central defender. Quite good for the budget that you have. Yeah. 15 jump range, anticipation, concentration a bit low, but yeah, I think, sometimes beggars can't be choosers, right? Then we've got this player, 14, also not bad. Okay. I think there's some potential in that player. Where you got note on bottler. So you got a note on him he's a bottler. What about this guy? I mean, you got all of them as bottlers. Okay, I don't know what that means, man. Seriously, bottler as well. Bottler as well. I know, it's for the guys from Discord. Yeah, for the guys on Discord. If you're a Discord member, then yeah, you can. And then Discord is open to members from YouTube and from all the Twitch subscribers. So we do one or two a week. Yeah, depending on the number of saves that we get in. So you got this in from Neo. That's a few, man. Okay, looking at tactic, right? Let's look at a tactic. Pressing forward with okay. AM was about halfback, dropping into this position, forming a 3. Okay, wing back running up inside forward. You might have some issues. You might have some issues here, no? Yeah. Because you see, you've got a halfback, right? So you're using a wingback intentionally. You know why? Because he's the only role that will dribble with the ball. So there's a lot of risk going on in this tactic just to build up play from the back. Well, I'm going to look at some of your defeats, right? The problem for you is going to be building out play from the back. Every time you get a ball, how do you build play out? So I'm waiting to see Dundee United with the ball. We're waiting for them to get the ball first. That wing back comes up because it's a hyper-aggressive role. He does come up a lot more than a fullback does. He chased the guy, he left his position and decided to chase him. Whether it was a smart idea or not, he didn't think about it. He just went. And we opened up space. So we got that. See, watch this. We see if the ball ever goes to the wing back. It's on the left side of the pitch. It goes up. Oh, we lose that. Okay. The right side seems fine. Ball goes in. There go the wing back. Then the space opens up. Wing back again. Oh. So far, I haven't seen any build-up patterns featuring the wing back yet. Yeah. 3 minutes in. Normally, okay, nothing here. Hold that. Wing back is hold. Okay. We lose the ball. Wing back has got a lot of running to do. And then almost leaves the spot vacant. Again, he gets the ball. Now, what does he do? He plays the ball safely inside. Again, wing back calling for the ball. He wants to attack that space. Gets it up. Okay, then Fotheringham. Wing back runs inside and then gets exposed. I had a feeling the wing back was going to be a weak link, but you've done the wing back with sit narrow and cut inside with the ball. So the first goal was done the movement of the wing back. See, all that wing back is doing is coming inside and playing the pass back in, right? But sometimes when he gets the ball, he's too aggressive. I had a feeling it was a wing back, and I was right. I've not seen the save before, right? We just got the save in. The weakness is your wing back, your left flank. There hasn't been a single transition that has shown us, we're 16 minutes in, not one transition with the featuring an attacking pattern on the left side of the pitch. All we've seen is right. Fullback would be a better idea. Yeah. I would always go with a fullback as a first choice to play as a false role. Yeah, it's nice. I think you have the players to do well. Fotheringham is the player that's a pretty creative force on the left. All we need is somebody to play alongside him, and definitely not inverted wingback. I will not touch an inverted wingback at a 10-foot pole. Okay. You want low risk, you want to use low risk roles, not high risk roles. The inverted wingback is right at the extreme of the worst high risk role. Especially for players who don't have they need so many good attributes to play the role. So I don't bother. I'm glad SI did this, because the inverted wingback was actually a very cheap code role for FM 19, 20, 21. Right? We could create some fantastic tactics with inverted wingbacks, but it was a cheat code at that point. And a lot of people miss it because they were that good. So SI made it slightly different, which is better. You see, I like what I see on the right flank, so we're not going to change anything there. Tactically, your wingback is the problem at the moment because we conceded the goal, and then going down, build out patterns. We need to lower the tempo of your tactic a bit more too. The tactic is playing on way too high of a tempo. It's not getting enough players into the final third. We can do a combination. I think this is a 4-3-3. We can do you can do a bit of a gambit setup, and we definitely can play a gambit setup here. Meaning we can use two inverted fullbacks on defense for your tactic. Okay, I've seen enough. Okay, looking at the tactic now. Okay, so we don't need this guy to be a halfback. So we can just play him as a DM on defense. He doesn't need to come back, because that is putting way too much risk on our tactic. So here we'll just play him as a fullback. We got inside forward. That's fine. He is a really good creative role. So we're going to do DM on support, take fewer risks. We take fewer risks, not more risk. Okay. Here, we take more risk, dribble more. Okay, that's fine. Position does take more risk. Okay, fine. So we got these two. This player can drop into this pocket and roam from positions. That's fine. Inside forward. We can also play this role as an inverted fullback. Okay, let's try inverted fullback first for the first game. Right? Let's not take too many risks. Okay. And then I'll add an underlap here. So we'll play with double inverted fullbacks on defense. Okay, that's it. And then we do a focus play down the left, because that's where Fotheringham is operating. And he can run inside and create problems. Here we'll get this guy to be a poacher, stay in the area. And then we will drop the trap outside. Definitely not going to use that. And this is going to drop. And then we're going to just drop this and prevent short goal distribution. And then we'll invite cross. So they stay tucked in. So these two do not be the first to go trying to win the ball. Okay. Basically, if you play invite crosses, these two guys do not try to win the ball first. If there's a threat down the flanks, these guys come back and help us. If you play stop crosses, they become wider. When they become wider, space opens up. Right? And then what will happen is that these guys are going to try and win the ball as early as they can, but sometimes that's not really advisable. So I'd rather play narrower, so we tuck inside, we don't overcommit. Because when you play with double DMs, if these guys come out, so do these two. They'll lose their positioning. All right, so we're going to go mixed passing, bit higher tempo. We're going to drop, it can be more expressive. You know what's the rule for being more expressive? Basically, the quality of your team. If your team is made up of a bunch of Muppets, then I would do that. I mean, I normally with lower grade teams are always looking at adding that instruction. All right, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to go fixtures. We're going to have the next game. We're playing hips. Okay, we'll make changes along the way if I see it. And we made those changes only, simple changes, and hopefully we get a result. We can play on attacking mentality. I'm not going to play on positive. Positive, chances are we'll see a few more safer passes. Oh man, that would be it. I don't know if you got any funky PIs. No, only should take few risks. Okay, done. Okay, we will get this guy to mark tighter, tackle harder. Mark tighter, tackle harder. Okay. Nice. Fotheringham inside. Oi! Penalty. Man, immediately those Dundee United players come to Bayer Leverkusen. Hey, so you're doing the same thing I do, man, Neil. You're setting your goalkeeper up to take penalties? Hey, I seem to be rubbing off on all of you, huh? I'm rubbing off on all of you, man. Goalkeepers, he's got his goalkeeper coming up. Wow. I hope he's doing free kicks too. Because that's the standard I said, huh? Goalkeepers must take penalties and free kicks, direct free kicks. There, inverted fullbacks don't commit. You see what I mean? This is why you play with invite. This is why you play with invite crosses. Watch what happens here. Okay. Campbell wins the ball. Our transition fails. Look at what this guy does. And look at his positioning. He's tucked in. Remember earlier we had our wingback running halfway across the pitch, right? Look at this. Boom. The inside forward came back to help us defend. Which is what I want to see, right? Defending from the front. I think overall, right, your player selection's not bad. Okay, because I'm familiar with Scotland. I know the quality of the players that you can get sometimes and what you're forced to do. And you've gone with a 4-2-3-1, which isn't bad. Okay, it's a decent tactical system. I think the 4-2-3-1 is very strong. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal to someone called Rocky. From a corner. Obviously, Ferry can't jump. Ferry can't jump. Ferry tried to jump, but he just couldn't beat Rocky at the far post. Ramirez and Rocky can't score, so we will have to think about Ferry at the far post. Yeah, we'll have to do something about Ferry at the far post. What with all this? I can't see my own team. Okay, Dundee United. Okay, that's it. Ferry's not playing very well. Yeah, that was a mistake from Ferry here. So he definitely paid the price for it. Ferry crossing the ball. And again, almost. See our inverted fullback did get to the byline. He's now 6.3. He's getting up to 6.4. I'm not taking too many risks with this tactic. Of course, if you want to, what you can do, right? See, we're still quite safe, right? In terms of the build-up patterns, we're not over-committing. The boys are keeping their line, and then we can see the goal. I think it's offside, though. Yeah. It looks like marginally offside. Oh, it's awarded. Okay, I'm going to change something. I'm going to take this guy and playing a fullback on support. Get him up the pitch and get this guy to play up the pitch. Take a bit more of a chance to build the ball up the pitch. I mean, if we were leading, maybe inverted fullback on one side, protect the team's lead. Nice. Yeah, we were giving too much space. The inverted fullbacks were giving out too much space. But so far, okay. I made a change. Of course, I can't be expected to make instantaneous success, right? Okay, this AM is not playing well. It's the first time I'm looking at players' attributes. Okay. Do we have? We randomly picked the first 11 based on the S-Man. Well, just keep on playing. See what happens next. Who's Bowie? Concentration 7. Jumping reach 1. We're on corner young for Bowie. With what you have, of course, there isn't much we can do if the players are not phenomenal. So we have to keep it short up. 4-2-3-1 at the moment, the way it's set up, I think I'm happy with it. It just requires us to think about maybe getting more players back. Fotheringham keeps coming back to help us defend, which is good. But it does mean that he's not up there when we're attacking. Young looks up, plays the ball into space. Understandable. Well, we got the equalizer. No, it's offside. I think Berg is offside. We got a poacher in that position for intentionally so that they are holding on to the two defenders. That is very important here to play a poacher. I don't have quality in my team, so I'm looking for just the kind of role that is just going to make sure he doesn't move too much, doesn't go into the channels. I just want him to be next to the defenders. No, you don't need a right winger to stay wider. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah. I think people putting PIs on their roles just in the hopes that they can create overloads. Just, no, you don't need to. So we got the equalizer. Doherty. Out to D's. No, not overcommitting. The wingback is not doing something stupid. But the most important thing is, are we winning the second ball? Yep, we are. So now the midfield battle is a lot more. Ferry, what's wrong? He stumbled when I needed him to pass the ball. Makari, Berg with a header. Okay. We're going to have to look at Ferry across the Massey. Ferry's getting himself into a lot of trouble. Josh Reed is going to come on. I think we're done with Ferry here. Okay, enough is enough. I think now I know what he meant by bottler. I think any player's got a yellow dot, we can't play him. So we can't play that. I have a few in this team, man. I'm like, okay, there we go. Oh no, he lost the ball to defending. Okay, we can play a lot better. Defensively, okay, but we have not changed these set piece priorities. Okay, something I was supposed to do, I didn't do. So I would advise you to do that. I'm going to take a look at your set piece priorities. Okay, set piece priority list for attacks. Who do you have? Recovery defenders, creators, number 2. Very good. Okay, good. This is ideal. This is ideal. This is very good. Okay. Wait. Can be number 2 or can be number 1. Yeah. Yeah. But you put it as number 2. That's fine. Okay. Young. Oh, Young does well. Oh, it's gonna be, yep. Fotheringham, Mixon, out to, oh, Young. No one can say this game isn't entertaining, boy. Definitely end-to-end action. Doherty, Sibal, the two defenders on yellow cards now. Makari, Young coming in. Their substitute is doing well. He's... What a goal from the substitute! Holy cow, Dundee United, 2-1 down. Have turned things around with the substitute. Young comes inside. Oh my lordy. He takes them all on, man. He says, yeah, you put on bottlers. And what a strike. What a strike. Oh, they're going to a 4-2-4. Such is their anger. So we're going to go inverted fullback now. Inverted fullback. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play this guy as an inside forward support. Yep. We're just going to play him as an inside forward support. And we're going to remove the underlap. And the focus play. And we're going to remove the underlap on the right as well. Okay. Now we're going to try and see whether we can hold on. Okay. Okay, Sibal is on. Sibal is tied. Now we're going to be under a lot of pressure from now. Okay. Louis O'Donnell will come on now for Sibal. Oh. We have 20 minutes to defend this lead, and we've got ourselves a corner. Okay. All right. Makari with the ball goes back to DM as the ball. Finds Doherty. Fotheringham knows the fullback is not going to go too high up the pitch, so he's going to recycle, go through the center, and then we got Mixon and a Young to Doherty. He's got players free. Fotheringham. My hands already up. I thought we were going to score. That was very well played. We should have scored just now. We should have scored. Well, an ad break is coming up in 50 seconds, guys. So I do apologize for the ads. That's one of the downsides. Downsides. Okay. Bottlers in our team. Fotheringham could have gotten us the winner at the end, but I think, considering the fact that we already lost the hips once before, this isn't a bad result. Okay, it was a good performance. We managed to get a striker to score a goal. Definitely strategies you can use here. You can play a fullback. I rather you play a fullback and remove the halfback. You can actually play them both as fullbacks. Sorry, not defend rather. Fullback on support and fullback on support. And you can definitely get some bite in your tactic. I think the problem was your wingback on the left. And therein was your issue with the tactic, man. Therein was the issue. So I think moving forward, if you have players like that, what you can do is... The danger about wingbacks in Football Manager is they tend to attack like nobody's business. So I would definitely be very hesitant. If I were to use a wingback, I make sure he can dribble and keep the ball and do something with it. No, otherwise it can be quite challenging to get that role to help you keep the ball. Yeah, so I would be careful. Football in terms of that. That is a funny kind of a role. Okay, it's time for me to bid you guys adieu. I'm going to have to put the kids to sleep. The kids are already already in their pajamas already. So we are going to go and raid someone at the moment. And let's go raid D-Boy. I want to thank for all the subs for today, man. You guys are fantastic. Chico with the subs, Valorant, the game with the subs for this month. Everybody who popped in the stream. I mean, I can't name you all. But you guys are all fantastic. So thank you for coming on the stream. Thank you for all your support. And more importantly, right, this is a start of a brilliant year. Okay. So all of you out there, who are having a tough time, please, please, please take care of yourselves, right? And, you know, have a great new year ahead. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and rate FM Llama. Okay, so you guys have been sensational. He's also fantastic with his content. You guys, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I shall see you guys very, very soon. Be safe. Okay, guys?